Congratulations. So, how do you feel?
Well, elated, and thank God it's finally over and official. It was a drawn-out process, but we're finally where we want to be.
Well, it's a drawn-out process, but you just informed, so you start on Monday. There's no time to, think. You hit the ground running.
That's it. Yeah, there is no rest time.
And that's because it's mandated that you're supposed to start on the first Monday.
The first Monday in December at high noon, that's where we'll be.
High noon? Really?
High noon.
High noon, wow.
Well, Sheriff McDonnell called last night, you said around 4:45. He put out a statement saying, we're in the process of arranging an orderly transition and a series of briefings to assist the new administration. It's my hope that the sheriff-elect will come to his new position with an open mind. What was that conversation like with the sheriff, and what do you think he means by this open mind comment?
Well, he's been very gracious when he conceded the defeat, and he pledged his support for an orderly transition process. And there's obviously, we have an ongoing operation that doesn't stop. The calls for service, the 911 calls, deputies being dispatched, the county jail still being run, investigations still have to happen. On top of that, now we have the threat of potential mudslides in the areas that are affected by the Woolsey fire. So all of this happens, and it doesn't stop just because the sheriff changes office.
Well,
that's part of the process.
Do you feel a little overwhelmed? Because we've had, a lot of tragedies have happened in the past couple weeks, and now you're the guy who has to, take care of it all.
Yeah, it'll be a challenge for sure. There'll be a steep learning curve, but we're prepared.
What's the first thing? Yeah. What's the first thing you want to do?
Well, the first thing is when it gets sworn in on Monday is with my campaign team, we're going to start by cleaning house. That's a part of the reform effort that we promised. And then from cleaning house, we're going to initiate some of the reforms that we can do with the stroke of a pen. There's a lot of those that we can do. And then we go into about the issue of ICE in the county jails. And I said we're going to remove them from the county jails. I have to make good on my campaign promise. We're going to do that. So the first week is going to be a very, very busy week because we're going to set in motion a lot of things that are going to have a big impact on the organization.
By cleaning house, what does that mean? Does it mean a bunch of people are about to be fired?
There are people on the top command staff, obviously. They are the ones that are the political appointees of the current sheriff. Then I'm going to bring my new campaign team in, my top management, and they take office with me starting on Monday.
So on a real tangible level for the average person out there, what does having you in there mean? What is the difference of having you in there versus what they've seen with Sheriff McDonnell?
Well, they're going to see deputies walking a little bit taller. They're going to have an extra bounce in their step. They're going to be a lot more attentive to the needs of the community. They're going to be definitely engaged with a high level of morale. Right now, it's off the charts, the level of morale in the organization. I visited South LA Station the other day on an early morning shift just to attend the briefing. The guys from PM shift stayed on to hear me speak, and then some people came from home. They weren't even working, just because they got word that I was going to be there. So that kind of just gives you an idea about the excitement there is in the organization.
What do you think is the message that was sent by your election?
Well, I think institutional knowledge counts, and to be a credible reformer, the reform measure has to be embraced by everybody. It can't be a reform agenda that is very narrow one. It has to embrace the totality of the problems of the organization and the community.
So how do you get them to buy in? How do you get the community to buy in? How are you going to get the, you said morale is low in the department. You've been there. You've been one of them. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to do it?
Well, the people that endorsed us throughout the campaign, and a prime example is CHIRLA, Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights, Los Angeles, and Elex, the deputies union. They're both on kind of opposite sides of the ideological spectrum, but they both embrace the need for change, and they both agree that we have to change the way we do business for the good of the community, the good for the department. And so doing, everyone's going to come to the table together, and that process is starting right now. It's pretty exciting.
This is technically a nonpartisan office, but on so many ads all over the city, people saw Alex Villanueva, Democrat. What does the fact that you are a Democrat mean for people now? What does it mean for the way that you might govern in this job?
Well, the last Democrat in that office was 138 years ago. So it's been a very, very long time since someone has been in that position. And that is for the campaign trail, for running the election itself. But when you govern as sheriff, you're nonpartisan. Everything you do is for the good of the entire community. But the values that I ascribe to that are those of the Democratic Party, I've been a Democrat my entire life, and I make no apologies for that. And they actually reflect the values of the majority of the people of LA County.
Well, you know what? Good luck.
Well, thank you.
Monday, you have the weekend to rest up,
Yeah,
but you're working today. You have a bigger crew than you did last time you were here.
Yes, that is true.
There's literally a new sheriff in town.
There is.
And,
Literally.
congratulations to you.